You know, nowadays I start to realize that I'm living less and less for myself. More and more for the flaws speaking or gnawing away at me, telling me what I have and have not done wrong. Or if I did it in a way that displeased someone. I live by the word of people who don't care about me. By the ears of those who listen into conversations that aren't theirs. By the eyes that look down on me, even though we are eye level. But even so, I have to keep going. Although, nowadays it doesn't feel like I'm going for myself. But I'd rather go for the people that care for me. Than me. I remember a time when I had so much to live for. When my friend group was so big, I needed more than double what hands I have now just to count them. And when I felt happy being able to give out the things that I did give out. Advice, love, respect. Now it's an obligation. And it's an obligation that I only perform because I'm scared it's the last straw I have left. If I don't perform in front of this live audience on this makeshift stage with so many nails and so many loose things on it, where I could trip and fall or fuck up at any moment, then how am I me? I'm not a very religious person. In fact, I'd say quite the opposite. Although I carry trinkets on me that say otherwise. Plenty of crosses. Although I know I'm going to hell for everything I've done. And everything I haven't done. I'd rather keep living now. so that hopefully when I do pass, my friends will have something to hold on to. Right now it's just a string when they need a rope. But hopefully that soon will become a bundle, not just something to hold on to. I'm scared of my friends leaving me. I've always been so grateful for what I have, whether it be fans, friends, family, trinkets, a new vinyl, a new collectible set of playing cards, a new hoodie, hell, even a new pillow, or a drink, or meeting some random person that granted me even the slightest bit of new information. I've always been so grateful. Was it enough? Wasn't it? Am I wrong for thinking that maybe what I've gained was never really mine? Do I now look into a black expanse and expect something to stare back? Not because of some bullshit emo propaganda, but because I fear that if I stare into the void, nothing will be there to greet me. No friends. No family. Nothing I've ever wanted. Maybe I am in the wrong, and I'll forever be sorry for it. Forever apologizing for something that maybe wasn't my fault to begin with. But I'd rather be sorry than realize that I was the issue in a long scroll of problems. I was the root of it all. Maybe I was the foundation, not for hope, not for peace. Maybe I was the reason that so many people are separated. And now the night seems darker than ever. It almost feels all-consuming, taking my breath away as I realize that everything is subjective. Time feels so slow nowadays, but the second it passes, I feel like I could never grab it again. It's running away from me like a speeding bullet. But I'm somehow outpacing it by a mile. And I can't comprehend what any of it means. I couldn't possibly put into perspective how I feel. The best word I have is limbo. But, I mean, through everything, this is just another thing that's gonna get me another title of emo. And maybe the doctors will call me depressed again. Or better yet, they won't tell me anything at all. Supposedly they're supposed to tell you, from what I've heard. Doesn't fucking feel like it. Spending hundreds of dollars on myself to better myself physically, emotionally, mentally, and not a penny of it was worth it. If I could go back and change one thing, I'd have let myself die already. But I can't tell that to a lot of people. I would never have alone time again. And I would end up in places I don't want to be. And it would cost so much money that I would really, really live to the title I've been giving myself. No point in living up to a title that's God-given, right? Most of those titles are either false or they will backstab you like a wicked black blade, sworn by a craving for your blood. I wish I had talent, like the rest. They have interest, motivation, something to come back to, someone to come back to. And I'm still here wondering if my friends even appreciate what I have to offer, if anything at all. Now I feel like I'm staring through an open window, looking into a dark night, imagining life could have been better if I hadn't done what I had. Although with that being said, if I hadn't done what I had, then I wouldn't be who I am today. And so, in the same respect, I'm grateful for all the trauma, no matter how hard it stings, how hot it burns, and how deep it cuts. I've lived through it so far, and it's taught me some very valuable lessons. through thick and thin. So what do I have to offer in this world? Forgiveness, gratefulness, appreciation for things that I never needed to show anything for. I've always tried to be the bigger person, pretending I don't care when really I do a lot more than people think. How do I keep a flame alive if everyone is trying to blow it out? So I sit, wondering with hazy eyes, glossed by thought and tears. Did I ever actually have a sentence in my own book? Or was it written by the people around me? Each chapter betraying a new trauma. The small glimmers of hope like new coals to the flame, but only smolders came out of them. Every step like one into quicksand, sinking deeper and deeper until you couldn't move anymore. So now I wait for the forecast to finally say it's raining again. So at least by then I won't be crying alone. And the static will be accompanied by the tears the world has to offer to me. Maybe this dying plant can be watered still. Maybe my roots are reaching just deep enough to retain the nutrients I need to keep growing. Slowly, but surely. And still, through everything, maybe someone who just learned to crawl can finally run.